Hey, what is up, guys? Valor. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day so far. My day's actually going pretty well. In today's video, guys, we're actually going to be hopping into the top 5 meta weapons that you should actually be using this season in Call of Duty Mobile. So they've actually went through and done a lot of balance changing. So I thought I would actually go through and show you guys the video, the best meta setups that you guys should actually be using. So make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And without further ado, let's hop straight into today's video. Let's get it, boys. Now, hopping into the first gun on our list, keep in mind that these are in no particular order, but one of the best guns to be actually playing aggressive with, and especially close range, is actually going to be the MX9 this season. So with the Fennec actually getting a huge nerf this season, the MX9 simply just takes that place as being one of the best weapons to use closer ranges. And the MX9 actually did receive a nerf, basically increasing the hip fire spread, but it's honestly nothing too noticeable. But here's my new class on the screen for this season, and I would say it's definitely a weapon that you should be using, and honestly probably the best SMG for aggressive players to be using in this season of Call of Duty Mobile. Moving on to the next weapon on our list, guys, I find this to actually be the best in-between weapon, which is actually going to be the QQ9. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now, the QQ9 actually melts. So we did see actually a lot of changes with the QQ9 with this new balance changing update. A good amount of guns got buffs and nerfs, but the QQ9 actually remained the same. And for the past couple seasons, I found the QQ9 to be a very consistent weapon, very consistent close to mid-range. And if you're even able to control the recoil, it's even better. Here's my class that I'm actually gonna be rocking this season. But the QQ9 is a very viable meta weapon that you just have to have equipped for this season. Moving on to our next meta weapon for this season, it's obviously going to be the Holger. I'm being completely honest with you guys, the Holger is probably the best weapon in the game currently. This thing is honestly just going to dominate mid to long range, and at this point it honestly just doesn't feel like an LMG. Even after all the nerfs that the Holger actually received this season, it's still a very elite weapon. If you're actually able to hold positioning pretty well and just keep your distance, no one's honestly getting close to you with the Holger. Moving on to our next weapon on the list for the best all-around weapon in this season, it's obviously just going to have to be the PP19 Bison. Now, the PP19 Bison actually didn't receive too many changes this season, so this is a weapon that pretty much stayed the same, and it is still very good for just all-around purposes. So that's going to be mid-range, long-range, and even close range with little to no recoil. It's simply just a meta weapon that you should have equipped. But here's my PP Bison class. I'm going to have it on the screen right now for you guys. Go ahead and give it a try out and let me know down in the comment section if you guys actually have a better PP Bison class set up. But moving on to our last meta weapon, this was honestly a pretty interesting one. So we actually got the Man of War. Now, with this season in particular, a good amount of the ARs actually got buffed. The DRH is a very viable weapon. The LK24 is even a viable weapon. And the Man of War, I see it to be an extremely viable weapon for this season. And I just thought that it just deserved to be on this list. So the Man of War, bro, you already know the deal. It can be a simple 3-shot, just dominates long range. And we're gonna have to see how everything plays out and see if we're gonna see a lot of people using the Man of War this season. But here's my class setup for the Man of War on screen right now. And I would definitely consider this to actually be a pretty meta setup. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Let's get it, boys.